Hi, welcome back. So, in this, today, we are simply going to resume where we left off yesterday. Um, so I looked at some of the skills ideas, and by the way, the screen's gonna be brighter now, just for a few minutes. Okay, so uh, let's implement this last stand passive skill. When your hull drops below certain percentage, we're gonna get some kind of stats, a temporary stat that's going to expire in like X turns. And we can also um, add a cooldown time, like cooldown turns, how many turns you need to wait before it can be applied again. And what else? It has to happen only if you cross the hull threshold at this on this hit. If you are already below the threshold, it shouldn't proc again, right? Yeah, fine. Let's go with that. So I'm gonna create a new script. Inside the passive folder called public class last and passive inherits from passive skill. All right, so let's add a description for this. Gain x stat when hull drops below y percent for the first time in combat. I mean, yeah, you can just set the number of activation to just one, and that would be done. For Z Z turns, yeah, or Z turns. Just gonna go with Z. All right. So first one is gonna be integer for the hull threshold percentage. Let's actually give it a range between 1% to 100. And then a private list of stat bonus. Yeah, just in case we need it to have more than one stat, we can do that. All right, and then another integer for duration in turn. Fine. Okay, what else? Yeah, we can start with this. All right, so another private integer turns remaining, and also cooldown, right? We need the cooldown. Another private integer called cooldown in turns, right? Not cool down, it's cooldown. Okay, and again one more for cooldown remaining. Okay, I think that should be enough. Turns remaining. Okay, it's going crazy. Let's override the initialize method, and after calling the base, I'm just gonna wait. We have stacks. We can make use of stack. Stack can be the cooldown remaining, right? Yeah. Let me just add this as a comment. Okay. No. I need to subscribe to owner spaceships. I mean, I'm getting the owner from here as well. This guy's on after take damage. So here I'm just gonna check hull threshold. And in the hull threshold, first I'm going to check if the damage info cannot be null, but damage info dot hull damage absorbed by hull, if it is less than or equal to 0, let's return. Okay, duration cooldown should yeah. Okay, we need the max activation as well, so let's add one more integer called max activation per battle. Okay, and here we need to create one more field, activation this battle. Okay, so and then or if activation this battle is greater than or equal to the max activations per battle, we're gonna return. If not, we're gonna get the first before we got this, before this damage, how much was hull percentage. Let's check that. Do we need to do that? because we are already using cooldown and everything, right? Yeah, let's skip that. No need to proc it. Only if the hull got reduced, this this um, on this hit, we can just work with cooldown and max activations per battle to simulate that. So instead we are simply gonna get the hull percentage after everything is done. So we need to expose the hull percent from the player ship, so let's do that. It's actually inside the base class. We have current hull, current shield, and current armor, and we're gonna expose them by calling public float current hull, current shields, and current armor. And back in the last stand passive, let's just get the current hull percentage. So that will be hull percentage, remaining percentage, hull remaining percentage. That would be the current hull divided by max hull times 100. Okay, and now if the hull remaining is greater than the hull threshold, or if the cooldown is greater than 0, we're gonna return. We could move the cooldown to the top if block. No need to check this, calculate this at all, right? Yeah. Let's cut this and put it in here. So here, if we did not go below the hull threshold percentage, we return. If not, activate passive, and what else? Activations, this battle, we can increase that inside the method. Okay, let's create the activate passive, and inside this for each stat bonuses, we are gonna get the stat bonus, and if ownership has this stat bonus dot definition, we need to I think rename this. So what I'm gonna do is add a formerly serialized as that type, yeah, and then change this to stat definition. So we're gonna look for this stat definition in our owner spaceship. If we get the stat, let's add a new stat modifier with the stat bonus dot value, and that bonus dot type moderator type, and we're going to pass this skill game object or this class as the what a source for that modifier. And then we're going to set the turns remaining to duration in turn. Let's make this duration 1 by default, and the cooldown to 2 by default, and max activation to 1 again. Okay, once we set our private variables, oh god, 1 second. Yeah, where was I? We're setting the cooldown remaining to the maximum, then activation to activations this battle we increment it. Yeah, okay. And all right, once we activate this passive, we need a way to know when the turns change. So we're also going to call the turn manager dot instance on battle change. We're gonna create this. No, let's rename this on battle state change. Yeah, never mind. Let's just go with that. Inside this method though, we're only looking for player turn. So if the new state is not player turn, return. Okay, and also we also must return if the active yeah, we also must return if the turn remaining is greater than 0, right? Yeah, so if the turn is greater than 0, we return. Oh yeah, we need to decrement the turn remaining minus minus, then if the turn remaining equals 0, let's remove all the stats. I can simply get the I can simply get the stat like this. Yeah, I can simply get. Oh, we need to get. Okay, so I have two concerns here. Okay, let's just for each loop. Let's go through all the bonus stats, and then just to be safe, I'm just gonna use try get value, but we are sure we have that stat by this point. So we get this, and we are not adding it. What we want to do instead is that dot remove all modifiers from this source. Okay, looks good. Let me inverse this, or wait, what else do we need to do? Do we need to reset anything when the term remaining is 0? We need to unsubscribe from this method, and then should we add the start cooldown time after this, after activation, or after the expiration? Right now we are doing the cooldown right after the activation. Okay, so in that case, I can just be like cooldown in turns plus turns remaining, right? Plus duration in turn. Yeah, I don't have to do that here then, so that's great. So sleepy. Yeah, I'm kind of tired today. I don't know why. Yeah, we need to also do the cooldown, right? If turn remaining is 0. Similarly, let's do if cooldown is greater than 0. We're going to increment cooldown, and that when it reaches 0, what do we do? Nothing. Yeah, I think this is it. We can just extract this, extract method. We can set this to deactivate deactivate passive. Okay, let's move this to its own file. And go to Unity. Before I create the prefab, let me make sure that there is no lost connection which is actually the case here. Let's add those back. So this is going to be the max health. And then okay, never mind. That was because I was messing around earlier testing this. Let me just clear this. So the active skill for this one was, I think, chain shot. Okay, or single shot maybe. Let's press play and see if there are any lost connections. So we are working with defense. Okay, I must have spawned the active skill chain shot. Yeah, now what I can do is create a duplicate of reflect damage and call this last stand. Remove this script, add last stand passive, and number is not in range. Okay, so when it reaches below 80%, stats broken, sorry, stats bonus, going to add attack power for its simplicity. I'm just gonna go with like something like 50. Flat damage. Then duration can be just 1 turn, so it expires right after we move on to the next turn. Cooldown in time. Okay, so if this is happening on hit, when it's player turn, it expires, which is fine. I mean, usually last stand is like a defensive ability, so instead of attack power, we'd be increasing the evasion or something like that. So it makes sense. When the player is hit, he boosts the evasion or defense, and right after for the whole turn. Anyways, this will work. I mean, should work. Let's see. So this is last stand, right? Let's go to the same defense. Then last stand goes here. Okay, let's play. And add this. Can't add that. Why? Oh, my bad. Wrong item. Okay, we got the passive as well. And this says when the hull is below something, the below 80%, I think, we're going to add the stats. So right now our attack power is 5, so keep that in mind. What I'm going to do though is first I'm just gonna let them hit me. I fell up. I fell asleep for a second there. What was I doing? Um, what? Hmm. Okay. So where was I? All right. Let's end turn. Oh, my bad. So you saw that my HP was raised 20. Why was that? Last stand. Last stand increases attack power. Okay. Try one more time. Battle. Defense. Start battle. Not escape. I meant to click on start battle. Start battle. And what I'm gonna do is get these enemies, or get the player, and increase the, so we can't do this at one time. Let me go to battle main, gameplay main, and in the spaceship, player spaceship, I'm just gonna increase this to increase the hull, max hull to 20 or 30 maybe, and that should take care of it, right? Yeah, let's test it. Yeah. What? Where did we get that? Execute instance. Okay, we have the passive now, and our attack power is 5. What the? Okay, because I had to go to the core gameplay, core scene, and start from there. Display, new game, battle, shield. So we have 5 attack power. We have 5 attack power. And okay, now we should be able to get more in the next hit, but the thing is, it's gonna kill us if they all attack. So I'm going to do this. Get hit once, just once. Did I not click N? Okay, there you go. If I refresh this, there you go. We added 50 more damage to ourselves. So this is working. I think I'm going to end the stream here. I don't know why, but I'm feeling super tired today. Yeah. Thank you guys. See you tomorrow.